Okay, so who wants to do some science? Okay, I have here one Erlenmeyer flask, a 500 ml Erlenmeyer flask. And young man, what is in the flask?
An egg.
An egg.
How did the egg get into the flask?
You squeeze it in.
Let's try to squeeze it in there. Is it going in? Push. Yeah, it doesn't want to go in, right? No, that's pretty snug. When you push on the egg, you don't apply pressure equally. You apply pressure at certain spots, and the spots where you're not applying pressure, it squeezes out. We're going to start with the age-old, very popular science class, egg in the flask demonstration, and then we're going to kick it up a notch, okay? We're going to kick it up a notch, and we're going to bring out this bad boy right here, okay? But before we can get to this baby, we have to go back to the egg in the flask. So the challenge is to get the egg in the flask. Can you think of anything that might sort of apply equal pressure on all parts of the egg to help it squeeze into the flask? Air! Very good. Okay, maybe we can use air to try to squeeze the egg into the bottle. Why don't we start with a little bit of fire? When in doubt, use fire. And when it's lit, I'll take it from you. Okay, thank you. Here we now have a flame. Okay, right, and it's burning. Burning nice and hot there. I'm going to push it in there. And we're going to very quickly drop an egg on top. Oh! Yeah, give it up. Come on, give it up for the egg. Something special happened there. Okay? We started a fire inside the flask. What does the fire do to the air in the flask?
It heats it.
It heats it. And what happens to warm air?
It like gets faster. Like the molecules go like ah!
What's another word for going ah?
The air heats up.
It heats up and it expands, right? You get hot air, right? What happens to the air when the flame goes out?
It cools.
And what does cooling air do?
It shrinks.
The air starts to contract. When the air cools, it starts to contract. And when it contracts, you get a partial vacuum inside. And when you get a partial vacuum, where does the outside air want to go? It wants to go in. What's in the way?
The egg.
The egg. What does the outside air do to the egg?
Push it in.
Now, where do you encounter a vacuum in your everyday lives?
When you clean your house.
How often do you clean your house?
Never actually me, but
I happen to have a vacuum right here. Why is it called a vacuum?
Because it sucks air.
Does it suck air?
it pulls air.
Are you going to turn the vacuum on for me, sir? It's pushing air out the back. Outside air is doing what? Is outside air being sucked in or pushing in? It's pushing in. And when it pushes in, it takes Rachel's mess with it. Time to bring out the big Eggzuka. Who wants to kick it up a notch? Okay, let's do that. We're bringing out the bad boy here. I'm going to come over to this side of the table. I want everybody to move back a ways. When you create a partial vacuum, what does the air around that vacuum want to do?
Fill the empty space.
What does it do to anything that gets in the way?
Pushes it in.
That's right. And so we're going to now take that principle and apply it to the Eggzuka.
Yes.
Okay, Becker, you're in charge of turning the vacuum on and off.
Okay.
Evo, you're in charge of the paper that goes on top of the tube. Just like that, okay? Yep. And Rachel, you're in charge of the projectile. Okay, it's a big job, but somebody's got to do it. Do we trust her with the projectile? We're going to do a little demonstration here. And Rachel, you have a critical job. Your job, you're going to get down, you're going to scrunch down, and you're going to have to hold that projectile in the bottom. But you have to hold it by the screw, okay? You have to hold it really tight, but don't let go until I tell you to. Okay, Becker, turn the vacuum on. Okay, Elijah, I want you to put it in the tube and hold it tight. Okay, Phil, I want you to put the cap on and hold it tight there, Elijah. Okay, what do you feel? Okay, move your hand, Phil, move your hand. Move your hand. Okay, let go, 3, 2, 1, go! Hands up, hands up! Up. We need to do it one more time because what did we start with?
An egg.
So we should end with an egg, right? Okay, who wants to end with an egg? Yeah. Okay. After all, it is the Eggzuka. How did the egg get into the flask?
The vacuum.
The That's right. Again, air is going to push through the tube, and hopefully we'll see the same effect that we saw with the egg in the flask. We need a target. Think we can hit the top of the building?
Yeah.
Want to try?
Yeah.
Time for our final test firing of the egg Zuka. Okay. Are all people in position? Okay. We have gone to code red. Code red. Becker, we need power. We got power. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Egg.